Hello, dear friends, family. Thank you once again for joining wherever you're joining from, especially if there's a new one in the house. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Listen to us, ask questions, and of course, we are happy to help. It's business as usual. So get ready to contribute in the chat section, ask a few questions for what you don't understand. And of course, my team is always very, very ready. Hello, Collins. Welcome.
Hello. Hello. Good to see everyone. It's a good Monday again. I'm just glad to be here. Thank you. Hello, Andy. Hello, Anita.
Oh my God. So okay, yeah, thank you. Thanks, of course, guys, for joining. Hello, Andy.
Happy Monday,
That
yay.
looks like a happy Monday. And of course, we go to the beautiful lady in the house, Anita. Welcome, sis.
Yeah, thanks for that comfort. Good evening, everybody. Good to be here. So don't usually do the Q&As. So yeah, really cool that I've been invited on. So thanks for that. Looking
We
forward
do
to
enjoy
it.
your contributions. Let's see how it goes.
I'm always here on a Monday, but I don't always do a Q&A. So that's
Sure.
good for me. Good for me to
Yes.
do.
We know you're up to the task. When Peter says hi, everyone, you know he's happy we started on time. I'm so proud of myself right now. So let's just go straight to business, guys. So I have the first one, which is the latest one we just dropped on my phone, and I thought that we should have a look at it, guys. This is Q&A. So we are pleading that you share this as wide as possible so that people will come here and have their questions answered and not call us to answer one question after the other. So this one goes like my phone was stolen, and I told my son's old phone to manage for, and he tried to change to my Google account, and my email was rejected. He created a new one, and I cannot get to my back office. Instead, I am asked to register again when I am a founder. Please help me. Did you understand that? Okay, Andy, you're nodding. Go for it, please.
Yeah, in other words, what he's saying is he had a Gmail account that he can't get into, which is the one that's linked to the O Founders account.
Yes.
And now he can't get into it. He needs to get into that one. Or he goes on to the ONPASSIVE ecosystem directly via onpassive.com, sign in using his email account and his password for that. He should still be able to get on. But he really needs to access his O Founders account as well at some point. And I would suggest that he work out exactly what he needs to do to get access to his Gmail account. That's not really a non-passive question, but that's what he needs to do.
Andy, okay, go ahead, Anita.
Just wanted to add on to that he should really have another recovery email or contact details with Google. So do look at your recovery information there. Because everybody has got that, so try and look into that where you can get the information again from Google.
Mm-hmm.
I go through this on a regular basis. It is so important to make a note somewhere of your Gmail account and your password, your Omail account and your password, and your OES ID number. You're going to need those if you ever need to contact support. So please, if you've got one account, make a note of it somewhere, on paper, in a book, whatever it needs to be. If it's on the computer, make it on the computer, or in notes on your phone, but put it somewhere.
Thank you so much for all the information, Andy. I knew that was not an unpassive question, but I needed to bring it. Collins, this is part of the question. It's not done yet. So when she could not access her email address that she used in registering on ONPASSIVE. She went ahead, created a different email, a Gmail account. So I want you to comment on that, please. That's why I brought this up.
The Gmail, first of all, email is a unique identifier. If you go and you create, because you've already registered with the email, the Gmail you already had, if you go and create a new email, it means now you register with that new email as a customer. So what you need to do is, I'll advise you try to get that email, go into the OES and reset. If you've already migrated, go into OES and reset your password, and you'll be able to log in. Because normally you already have your Gmail, and if you don't have access to that Gmail, then there is a problem. If you have access to that Gmail, go into OES and reset your password. The system will send a new password to that Gmail account. Go to that Gmail account. It's easy now. Reset it, enter your new password, confirm password, bam, go. Take that password, come into OES and log in. You'll be fine.
Exactly. Yes, I
Yeah.
said that. I said a few things too. Plus, I said go to whoever sponsored you into ONPASSIVE. Let them go to their OES or back office and pull out your email address from there and give you, so that if in case you forgot it or something like that. But I think that's enough. This comes from the same source. After she was frustrated with the Gmail thing, she typed on Google, and then a form pops up: register for register register for or sign up here for OMail, for your OMail. And she was asking me, should I go ahead and fill the form? She just typed on Google and they popped up that a form popped up for her to sign up for OMail. So what do we say about this?
We just have to be careful. Maybe I'll leave Randy, but let me just say something. We have to be careful the way we go to Google, type OMail, and they go, because there's a lot of dodgy site, fake site. It's better if you want to register as a user. You've never been in ONPASSIVE, or you are not a founder, go to the right side. The right website is www.onpassive.com. So that is it, www.onpassive.com. Type it in your browser, you will see it will just appear. Hit your enter button, and you will see that the nice ONPASSIVE say register here. The ONPASSIVE ecosystem will display in front of you. There is no ONPASSIVE ecosystem. If you don't use the right link, please be very careful. If you are not sure, find someone who knows ONPASSIVE more than you. The person will direct you before you fall into terrible hands, and they'll milk you out of your money.
Exactly. Thank you. That advice was for those who want to become users of our, or they just want to sign up because they just maybe find ONPASSIVE interesting now. Andy, but this problem is coming from someone who is already a founder, because I can't find my Gmail account. I just type on Google and then a form appears for me to sign up for
she
OMail.
Don't register again. She's already registered an OMail email address. Collins is right. If she hasn't got the password for her OMail email address, she just asks or resets her password. But all she needs to do is to go on www.onpassive.com, top right hand corner, it says log in. That comes up with the that comes up with the login page. You put your OMail, the first bit of your OMail address, because the @omail.ai is already populated for you. So just your first bit, put your password in and log in.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate your patience for staying on this. This was just for one person, but for some reason I saw the need. So let's progress, please. So somebody says, if my invitation link expires when my invitee has not yet registered, do they need to create a new email, for example, a new Gmail account, or can I still send the invitation link to the same email address? Anita, does that make sense?
Yeah, sort of. Sorry, just repeat that for me again. Sorry.
So the thing is, this guys, can you mute, please? Just let Anita leave herself unmuted. So the thing is, this, what I understand is, this person has sent an invitation link, that maybe the affiliate link for someone to join as a user.
Right.
And so the person has wasted time over 72 hours. The link has expired. So they want to know, should the invitee create a new Gmail account, or can that still be used? The one that she sent the first.
You just mean the link that they've sent them to their email. Then all they really need to do, in my opinion, is just send it to that same email, but just do it again. You know, I mean, at the end of it, if it's expired, they should be able to put that in again. If they've had, you know, I'm sure Colin's good and Andy can back me up here, but they if it's expired, they should be able to put it in again. And send that to them again, and they can either send it to them again via that way, or just send it to them in an email or in a, you know, messenger, or however else they want to send it to them. They're obviously in contact with that person, so they're obviously communicating with them, so they can just send them the link again in another format if they need to.
All right, thank you, Anita. Collins is nodding, which means he confirms that what you're saying is right. So we move on. So this question, guys, kindly mute, please. So this question came from Amina Quran on this platform. For some reason, I copied down her name, so I just thought I'd read it. This is her question as of our last Q&A. She says, if new affiliates sign NDA and don't buy any products, are they still in ecosystem, or may they remove them?
No, they're still in the ecosystem. At some point, they get use and access to the free products. They've become an affiliate. The only time they can start earning a potential commission is by actually activating their account. And the only way to do that is to purchase a product or pay for a product. So over time, we'll see, obviously, O Connect is coming on board for us to subscribe to shortly, and we'll have O Tracker. And there'll be other products coming on board that you can activate as well. So what you've got to remember is, if you want to be able to resell any product, you have to activate it for yourself. Whether you actually use it or not is irrelevant. You simply have to activate it. And as the customer base grows, more and more people will use different products. So if you activate every single paying product, you have the capability to potentially earn commissions on every single one of those.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks. So they say, if I am paying for a new product or activating a new product, like you just said, Andy, does the money come out of my withdrawable account, or not withdrawable wallet? Actually, where does the money come out from? From the withdrawable or non-withdrawable? That's the question.
Right. So two wallets. One is withdrawable, one's non-withdrawable. The non-withdrawable wallet holds back sufficient credits to cover the products that you've already activated for the following month. If you want to activate a product, you can use the withdrawable credits to pay for that product, and then the following month, the non-withdrawable wallet will have slightly more in to cover than the two products that you've now activated. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So I think Mayan is coming back to the question we just answered earlier on, Anita. So Collins, let's look at this, and then let's get more contributions. Guys, whoever is watching, read on the chat, because there's a lot of contributions there and I'm not able to put all of them up. So Mayan says she has observed that when the links are resent after expired link to an invitee, it says the email is invalid. So if we can't, if we don't have any comment on that, we will go and do the research and come back. But if there's any other thing, okay, Andy.
Okay, so there's a simple way of doing this. You have their email. You don't necessarily have to send them another invite because you're sending them just the affiliate link. Go on to My Links, copy it, send an email to that person with that link in it. Now you can send them then one that is simply the registration link, or you could send them one that has details of OConnect or of OMail. But you physically can send, you have their email address, you can send them another invite. You don't have to just use the send invite and put the email address in.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So
can I just say something about that? What Andy just said is exactly what I said a little while ago. But are they saying that once they've sent the link again to someone, they're coming back and saying it's invalid? You know, it's expired. So their actual email that they've tried to register with, because that's then something. I mean, I don't know if anyone here can answer that right now, but because I haven't got that far myself, I'm holding back a little bit for the moment. But to me, that would mean surely they've they've already kind of got the email in there. I don't know. I mean, Collins.
Right. What's happened is, no, I've done this myself.
Right.
You have a problem with your machine, Anita, but so I've had one that I've sent out. The 72 hours expired. I left it a few days, and I actually ended up sending him, before we had our links, I sent him another invite using the same email address, and it didn't say, you know, you can't use that. But what I'm saying is, if you want to make life easier,
Yeah.
and you have their email address, cut or copy and paste into an email and simply send your email direct from your inbox to their inbox.
The link.
Yeah.
So just send the link again, which is what we were saying a little while ago. So it's not really the email. I think they're getting confused, aren't they? That they're saying about the email is invalid. What they mean probably is just that link, because it's expired. So they're getting confused between email and link. So like Andy's just said, like I said a while back, just send them the new link again.
Comfort, we can't hear you.
Sorry, guys. So I'm just saying that Peter Rogers is confirming that you can send your affiliate link to the same email after 72 hours.
Yeah.
So yes, I think that's enough contribution to that point. However, if we find out any more information to that, we will still bring it back to you.
So let me look at the technical part of this. Founder should understand that the moment you send it, if that person have not clicked on that link to confirm it, that link is invalid. The database will clean that information. It means that information doesn't exist. The only time you can use, the only time you will not be able to use is only when you have registered, and then it goes straight and register in the system. So when you try to register with that email again, they'll tell you the email already exists. If they said invalid, it means the person is having like a typo error, because that email is not in the email is not already in the system, because the person has not even touched the link anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
I think there's enough information. Like I said, guys, read a lot on the chat, because we have a lot of contributions today, and it's really helping. So Peter Rogers is still confirming that he has resent his affiliate link to several times to the same email after the 72-hour period. Not had any issue with that. So let's keep trying, guys. I think that's enough information to that particular issue. So whoever tries, and if you succeed, let's know next time in the chat section, please. Thank you. So how do I know that someone has successfully signed up under me through a link I share with them? For some reason, I'm not calling names today. Who is interested?
When the person sign up, it will be under your users.
Yes.
So the moment the person sign up straight, is part of your users. So you can go to your user for just that. For now, the user screen is blank, but you can see the number adding. So for instance, if you have 5 and new person come in, register, just log in and register, do the registration email, you'll see the person under your user. So you'll see one more person have added. But when the user screen will start to be functioning, you will see their names and their emails stuff in there.
All right. So yeah, any other thing to add? Apart from that too, if you look, there's a small bell on the top right hand of your screen if you use the laptop like me though. So if you go on that bell, you see a red dot on it. It's notifying you that you have a message. If you click on it and there's somebody signed up to your thing, it will appear there and you will see it. And equally check your old mail. Inside the old mail, they send you a congratulatory message that someone just signed up to your as a user under you. So I thought that I should also contribute. Thank you, guys. Thanks. So how do I know that I have migrated to the OES correctly? Okay, this one I just brought these. There are a few questions here. After listening to Marty yesterday, guys, do well to watch the video that the live that Marty had yesterday. Very, very, very useful. Please make sure you watch that if you haven't yet. So there are a few questions here I just got from there, so that will piggyback on what Marty has said to like keep on. You know, sometimes we need to say it many more times before a few people get it. So it's like, how do I know that I've migrated correctly to the OES? Anita, any idea?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you're going to have the founder button there, you know, that straight away. I mean, and that's just on your dashboard there, and you can see it clearly. And if you don't have the founder button, then you've done it wrong. But also, there's also in the drop-down box, you know, if you've got delete account, if you've got a delete button, then basically you've gone in as a customer and not as a founder. So the two things to look for. So when you've done it, look for that founder button first of all. Well, if you don't see that, you've done it wrong anyway. But that's the two things to look for: the delete button in the drop-down box, and if you've got that there, you need to delete account and do it again.
Okay. I think we've had enough to that, right? So we can move on. So some people are saying that they can only log into all founders through the OES. Could there be a problem here?
They should really be going to their own founders through the OES anyway, shouldn't they? You know, go to your OES. Everything should be done from your OES. Okay, you shouldn't be going to founders directly anymore. Everything now should be going from the OES. So you sign into your OES, you've got your founders button. You want to visit your founders back office, you click that button. That's how you should be accessing founders now.
So is that to say that it's officially shut down? You can't access the all founders anymore through allfounders.net? No,
No, I
Collins?
think you can still. I think you can still access it, but it is eventually going to be shut down because, as Ash says, really we should only need to do everything from our OES now. It's there. It's a separate platform, and that's what the link from the two was set up for. So you're in your OES, you see your founder button, you press it, and you go straight to your founder back office. It's to make it easy for everyone. Why would you want to visit two different platforms when you can just visit one?
Simple, isn't it? It's just that
Yeah.
simple, but
So
many
let me
people
just add something. Anita said it well. When we are still trying to, go through different platforms, it means we are going against the rule of single sign-on. Remember, Ms. Alfafara, we've been talking about single sign-on. You log in once and you can navigate all the products as if you are just using a one single platform. So for those who are still doing that, because there are people, this is true. There are people who will go, click on navigate to OES. That's how they are used to. They go to all founders and then click to navigate, then log in. That's waste of time. So the better you start to get used to logging through the OES, go to onpassive.com, click on that button as Andy said, the login, enter your email. It makes your life easier and you get used to going through that. What if founder is not there? Because remember, as Anita said, founder will be shut down. We don't know when. It is costly, for those who don't know, it is costly for a company to be running two separate applications. It costs the company a lot of money. ONPASSIVE a lot of money. So what will happen in the long run, maybe 1-2 years to come, Ms. Sandra can say, you know what, done. I've given you people enough time to migrate and you guys have not done it. The reason I'm thinking like this, the reason why founder is still there, because Sandra is a good man. He still feel like, okay, there are people, I'm giving them the chance for them to migrate. The moment he said enough is enough, like the way they shut down founding position, that founders, this thing, .net will be shut down. So if you want to go through allfounder, you must go through the OES for you to be able to navigate to allfounders. So for those who are still doing that, please get used to OES now before it's too late.
Okay, it feels like we lost Andy, but I can see him sitting right here in front of me. So Andy, let's have a quick follow-up on this. Even if we're repeating stuff, it's just for emphasis. That's how some people learn, slow learners like myself. So if we are just thinking that Ash may give us some time and stuff, what if we wake up tomorrow morning and we see that allfounders.net has been taken down? What about those who have not yet migrated to the OES? Do they lose their accounts or what happens?
That's a good question. You won't have founders closing down anytime soon, as Colin said. But technically speaking, if you're if you try and go to the OES directly and you haven't registered an OMail email address, you will come in as a customer, not as a founder. So what you have to do is you have to make sure you migrate across, because you're going to have to go through the OFounders account in order to do that. Because once you've gone on to ofounders.net, in the right hand side, navigate to OES. You need to click on that, and then it comes up with the registration page so that you can enter a new OMail email address. Then you're in, and as Anita's quite rightly pointed out, on the left hand side you should see below the dashboard an OFounders button. As long as you see that, you've registered as a, we'll call them not founders anymore, as an affiliate. But bottom line is, if you don't do it soon and they do close down ofounders.net, no, you're not going to be a founder anymore, or an early bird. You've lost that opportunity, and the only thing you can do is then register as a customer.
Perfect. Sad enough, isn't it? So I think I'm happy that Shalon, thank you for coming back. I know last time we had a fight, but I've been reading your comments. I think you have done your good work, your homework. Congratulations. Keep coming and learning. So she's just learning for the first time that at some point we are not going to have the old founders anymore. I think the team has told us several times that it's expensive running the two platforms, and there's no need for the other one. So yes, at some point we will not have it anymore. So there is another question which is asking that if I don't sign to become an affiliate, would the $97 still be refunded, or be the $97 refund still be credited to my account? This is surely a founder, right? Or founding member.
So yeah, if they've paid the $97 to be an early bird, that is going to be put into the wallet as credit. Now, you use that. You're going to use that 97 to activate the account. To activate OConnect.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, OConnect will be a lot lower than your 107, because you've already got 10 and you're being refunded the 97. So, I don't understand people. You've got credit in your wallet. At the end of the day, you're going to use that credit to the best of your ability to activate as many possible products that we've got that are purchasable. Yeah, do that. My advice, do that for everything as best you possibly can. Use the credits that we're going to have in that wallet, that withdrawable wallet or non-withdrawable wallet, in order to be able to activate the accounts. Then you can start potentially earning commission. You can't do that unless you activate an account. So use the credits that Ash is giving us back to do that. Now, you'll only get those extra credits if you paid the $97 originally as an early bird. As a customer, they don't get that. They get 10 credits.
Okay. So let me add something.
Okay, go ahead,
what
please.
Andy said, because the founder, Andy said it right. But the founder said, if I don't click that button to become an affiliate. So the answer here is, yes, you will get your $97. But if you use that $97 to purchase a product, you are a customer. You are not benefiting, because affiliate is not only about sharing your link. It's about telling the system, AI, that account that you are sitting on is an affiliate account, and I want to make commission I want to participate for everything. So if I use that $97 to purchase a product, they will drive traffic to that side. This is compliance we are talking. If you don't do that, the system cannot work for you, because Mr. Ashbora can stand, they can question him and say, you are saying this person said, I don't want to do it. The person have not acknowledged because you are signing an agreement. Clicking the non-disclosure comes, you sign that NDA that, yes, I'm happy to become an affiliate. That is the document that binds you and the company to say, yes, that account is an affiliate account. So if you don't do it, you will still get the credit. But when you purchase, this is what I'm thinking. You purchase the way we use Zoom, I'm sure you'll be the one to be paying on passive always. Because when it runs out monthly, they actually begin to pay. That's my thinking, because you have not said you want anything. That's my thinking. Let us try to think, what if I don't do that? What can happen to me? That's
Right.
how me I'm thinking. Because there are
Okay.
people coming to ONPASSIVE just because they want to use the products. Some comes to use the free products. Some comes to pay in, day out. I said, if me see this come in, this company, they become, they maybe they have a funding account. They want to participate for the reduction of price, but not because they want to make commission. So they will not click that button to come and affiliate. They'll be paying on passive always. They'll be
Okay.
putting it on passive pocket. So please, it is imperative that you click that button, sign the NDA if you think you want to do something. But if you don't want, it's not force. You can be a free user for the free product, or you decide to pay on passive. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. I've never thought so before, but I think it could be a possibility. Anita, you were smiling. Did you want to add something?
Only that, you know, it's beyond me if anybody doesn't want to press that affiliate button, you know, because after all, they came into ONPASSIVE as a founder, and they came into ONPASSIVE to earn money. And it's very simple. You don't press it, you don't earn any money. You would use it as a customer, as Collins has said. So if you don't have another business to really use a lot of those tools on, it's all a bit pointless. So putting it bluntly, press your button. You joined as a founder to earn, so press your affiliate button. You don't have to, but it defeats the object of why you joined as a founder, surely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. I'm just appreciating the contributions, guys. Sometimes, I have a way of learning. If I can't go after, I bring them here and I get what I want. I don't know about others, but I'm learning a lot from the panel. And I really appreciate you for your patience. Guys, if you notice, you see that most of these questions are repeating themselves because we do this and people don't really care to have a look at it. And then they come back with these questions to you. Like we need to answer 1.4 million times, just one question. It can be really tiring. So if you can really help us to share from any channel you're watching from, just so that people know that all of these questions are answered here, will really, really save us time. I believe that everybody who is engaged and watching now, you go through the same issues too. Tomorrow, well, if we have Q&A tomorrow, most of these questions will still repeat themselves because people are not really engaged. So if we can, let's encourage. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much for your patience. So for the past 24 hours, I've not been able to log into my OES. Is that a cause for concern, Andy?
No, I don't think so. At the end of the day, we know they're working flat out behind the scenes to do things. Whatever message is coming up, if it's simply an error message, then I wouldn't worry about it too much. What Collins does is clear his cache and his cookies, and I'd suggest you do that. I'm very good with clearing cookies, I must admit, but I'm on a diet, so we won't go there. But yeah, clear your cache and your cookies, and if you still can't get in, then don't panic. It's not an issue. They are working on the system. There are several things that are going on in my OES that I can't see at the moment. So I can't see any of my users at the moment or my affiliates. That doesn't worry me in the slightest because it does show the number of users and the number of affiliates. It just won't let me populate the list at this moment in time. But that's good news from the point of view we know they're working on it in the background, flat out. Yeah, just because we haven't heard anything from Mr. Mafra doesn't mean to say he's not working. He is the busiest man in the world right now. So, don't panic. But I really wanted to say this because there are still a lot of people that simply don't get this. I know we've kind of covered it, and we cover this every time we do this. Every single position that you have is a business, a self-employed business, right? You are an affiliate. The beauty of this business is that ONPASSIVE is a done for you system. All you have to be able to do is do a few steps. Everything else is done by ONPASSIVE. Now, if you can't even do these simple steps, you can't earn any money and you don't have a business. Now, you joined ONPASSIVE because of the money, like everybody else. Okay. And some of us saw that vision and thought, do you know what? This is great. as Oliver likes to say, we will be fine. Yeah, absolutely, we will be fine. And we know, us four here certainly, and the vast majority of the guys that listen into these also know, we will be very well looked after because of what's gone on for the last 4 years, because we saw the vision, we kept the faith, we understand what's happening, and we have engaged on a regular basis. Now, when we go fully live with OConnect, the market will start to see what's happening, and many of those people that come on as customers will get the vision like we have and go, this is brilliant. Do you know what? I'm going to make a fortune here because I know what I need to do. I need to work on my business every single day. Baby steps. If you don't know how to do something, look it up on YouTube. YouTube will tell you pretty much everything you need to know, and it will show you in easy steps. There's a video for absolutely everything. It's not rocket science. Yeah, what we do is we do a few simple steps and everything else is done for us. So please just do those simple steps. If you have trouble, ask someone. If you want to run your own business, do those simple steps. That's all you've got to do. Thanks, Comfort.
Thank you so much, Andy. That was just the over delivery, a la Mr. Mufare style, and I really appreciate that. However, I think I'll keep you going on for a few more seconds. Since you mentioned this, I would like you to go on it again. You said every account is a business of its own, and I've heard you said a few other times that every product you buy is kind of, is it a business of its own as well? But people need to get, all of this sorted.
Right, we have a suite of products. At the moment, we've got OMail, which is free, ONet, which is free, OConnect, which is launching market-wide shortly, and we'll have OTracker shortly. Those last two, OConnect and OTracker, are paid products. Now, these are far superior to what's available today. We all know that. In order for us to be able to resell it, we have to activate both of those products. In order to activate both of those products, we use the money that's in the wallet to be able to pay for those. Yeah. Now, I very much doubt that there will be insufficient credits to cover both of those for the first month. And after the first month, bearing in mind, Ash has already said the numbers have doubled. We had 1.4 million founders, but believe me, there's probably 400 or at least 400,000 people that haven't migrated across because they've not listened to what's going on. They've not understood the system, the situation. So we've got 1 million affiliates. Yeah. And every single one of those affiliates needs to activate an account, be able to potentially earn commission. Now, don't worry if you delay things and you haven't activated your account straight away, because you'll never lose any commission that's built up. But the sooner you do activate the account, the sooner you can start to earn an income. Now, we don't know what that income's. This is not a get rich quick scheme. We don't know how much this income's likely to be. But what we do know is we have 4 products that are far superior and over market value. And we've got another 50 odd products waiting in the wings to come forward over time. And every single one of those products you use today. But we've got a better one and at a lower cost and a single sign-on. So once we get into all of the various products, people will just go, wow. Because OStaff is a product that's coming out shortly. Now, at the moment, companies have to have an accounting product. They have to have an HR product, a human resources product. They have to have a recruitment product, and they have to have what they call KPIs, key performance indicators product. So they've got 4 or 5 different softwares to run their business. The problem is that at the moment, each one of those 5 is extremely expensive. They're not cheap softwares to run your business. And The problem is that you have to sign out of one to sign into the next one, and you have to sign out of that one to sign into the next one, and you have to, and so on. So if everything is under one roof and it encapsulates everything that a company would need as far as an HR staffing product is concerned, it covers everything. Now, who in their right mind is not going to make use of that if it A, saves them money, and B, saves them time, and C, it does a better job? Every single person. Now, as soon as that comes into our back office, I'm never going to use it. I'm a one-man band. Yeah, I am a self-employed affiliate. I'm never going to use it, but I'm going to activate it to the highest level I possibly can to be able to offer it to other companies. Yeah, that's what's important.
Yes, Anita, I'm suspecting that you had something to chip into that, or you think you're okay for us to move on. Choice is yours.
Yeah, just look, I advise people to go and have a look at something that I believe might have been recorded back in about 2020. And I saw it today, and I think Julie put it on. She put it onto YouTube, or somebody's put it on their channel. It's got Julie on there. And it was the 4 pillars. Okay, and it's Ash talking about the 4 pillars that he set this business up to be. It's an amazing video to watch. Okay, listen to what Ash is telling you. It's very simple. It couldn't be made more simple for you. The 3 pillars, 4 pillars. One was the tools, was the products. Okay, for people to use for whatever they wanted to use them for that current existing business or whatever they wanted to do with those tools. Then, because not everybody is great with technology or whatever else, you know, and he wanted to make it to be for every type of person from whatever background they came from, whatever language they spoke, whatever their skill set, he wanted to make it automated so it's easy for every single person. That's number 2. Number 3, okay, was then traffic. What good is all of that to anybody if they haven't got a clue what to do to get the traffic? So he's given them the traffic. He could have walked away at that point and said, that's it, that's ONPASSIVE. Number 4, pillar 4, earning, how to earn with ONPASSIVE. So he made it possible to provide us an income. You could not wish for more. So just go and watch that, look at those 4 pillars, and what it's basically telling you is he set you up with every single thing to help either an existing business or for you to have a business. It doesn't mean you have to be like all of us or all of other people that want to make it into something big. It can still be small. You can do nothing. You can literally do as he planned for you to do, and it should go in and click a few buttons, and all of that will be linked up and will earn you money. All we're saying to you is to, as I think Andy said earlier, I'm sure Collins has said it, and I know I've said it as well, at some point, you have to be able to just click a few simple buttons to set it up. If you can't do that, ask somebody for some help. Don't miss the boat. Don't miss out, because you can't, you know, spend a bit of time keeping yourself updated and educated. Everybody, don't care who they are, can find a little bit of time to switch off that telly and watch a few videos, watch a few webinars, listen. You can listen while you're washing up. You can listen while you're in the bath. You can listen. This is how we know all these things. We've all got exactly the same as everybody else. It's just the time and effort we all put into it. And some put in a lot more than me, you know. But you know, it's just that popped up today, and I really recommend people go and watch it and just remind themselves really what Ash actually set this all up to be from the beginning. That's my advice anyway.
Thank you, Anita. Thanks so much. I think you were reading my mind, because the question I was going to ask required just everything you have said. So I'll leave it there, and let's go to our sister Rose in South Africa and see what she's got a question there. Guys, be patient. I know that we're already some few minutes gone, but then let's just look at this, please, for the sake of our sister Rose. It's late night in South Africa, plus if she's got electricity this evening to join us, let's do her this favor. Oh, I just saw the question and now it's escaping, guys. Sorry, let me pick it up. It's Sister Rose, if you can repost the question. Okay, let me get one while I look for that, please. Sorry. So many people are interested in ONPASSIVE. Yeah, this is important. Let's do this. So many people are interested in ONPASSIVE, but don't want to sign up to our ecosystem because they fear that ONPASSIVE is just one of those platforms collecting data and selling them. Collins, you're shaking your head.
Many people are scared. Let me look at it again. They said they are scared to log into the ecosystem. But
Yeah, because when they go to the point where they say sign up with it, you like sign up to OMail before you access the ecosystem, they feel that you just need their data to sell like others have been doing. So do we want to clarify this now, please?
Yeah, I will clarify. Yes, that's what I want to clarify. But I want to touch a lot of points. Most of those people who are scared, they are on Facebook. Facebook, you don't just click on Facebook, you sign up to Facebook. You must have a free account. You want to create an old Gmail, you must create a free account. A Yahoo Mail, you must create a free account. So why do you think it's so different? Those people don't sell your data because you are not there to analyze your data. Because sometimes people say what they don't know because they are not really there to see. We are talking about ONPASSIVE doing everything in-house. So if I ask a lot of founders, do you know how Yahoo manage your data after you must have signed in? Who are the third party that manage your data? They don't know because they are not within the IT sector of that company. Do you know how Amazon manage your data? You don't know. Do you know how Google manage your data? But we are talking about ONPASSIVE doing everything in-house from start to finish. Everything is encrypted. You know, we are saying because we are founders and Mr. Ashmofara is so transparent to tell us everything because data is in the heart of Mr. Ashmofara. When it comes to people data, that's what he really hates because he knows what they are doing with data and the selling, making huge amount of money. And he always said, we will not sell your data. We will not put your data out there for anybody because that is, again, against the law for you to even start to sell people's data. A lot of companies have been dragged to court because they sell people's data. But ONPASSIVE will not do that because Mr. Ashmofara is doing clean business. And that's why we have KYC in-house, we have data center in-house, we have database in-house. Mr. Ashmofara would have said, all right, I will give this particular bit to a third party. When you do KYC, those who are always online, when we do KYC, you put a thumb up, oh, yes, I'm happy my KYC passed. Do you know what they do with your data at the end of the day? You don't know. But KYC in ONPASSIVE is in-house, means they have a storage facility to put that data and even encrypt it and discard it where nobody can even go through. So these are the things that a lot of people don't know out there. They just believe like, wow, it is great. Like, most data are managed by third party and you don't know what they are doing with it. But we are looking to ONPASSIVE managing everything in-house. And how can they sell your data? They don't have any use to sell the data. No use to sell the data because they manage everything, build everything in-house. So that's what I would just say.
All right. Okay.
Can I add to that?
You're welcome.
Data is a very, very close to my heart because Collins mentioned Facebook. Facebook's value in the marketplace is based purely on the amount of data that it can collect and is worth that amount of money because of the data it holds. Now, Ash has no interest in that, right? We have a value from the products that ONPASSIVE has created. We don't need to sell the data. We have no need to be worth more than we're already worth. We launch as a unicorn. Not very many companies can get to that, but I'll give you an example, and I loved this example and it frightened the life out of me because this is what they collect day on day. So they did an experiment. The guy had 4 different phones. One was off with the Wi-Fi off, one was on with Wi-Fi off, and one was on with Wi-Fi on. And he walked around Washington in the US. Every single phone told him where he'd been. The difference was with even with the Wi-Fi off, they knew where he'd stopped. But the one with the Wi-Fi on and the phone on told him which shops he went into, how long he stayed there, what he was looking at. They knew everything. Now that is data. That is what's sold. Now, when Ash turns around and says, we've got no interest in selling any of that because we don't need to tell anybody that. This is not our business. Our business is providing products that have value. And as Colin's quite rightly pointed out, everything is in-house. Our second data center, which will be launched in the near future, is capable to hold the entire internet. It is that big. Okay, now Amazon Web Services wanted millions to be able to host OConnect. And Ash said, you know what? No, we're not going to let you have all that money. We're going to do our own data center so we can control everything. Because ours is a private company, not a public company. And there's a big difference here. So the likes of Amazon, Google, Facebook, yeah, all of these are open companies, they're public companies. So you can buy shares in those companies. You can't with ONPASSIVE, it's private. So those companies have shares, and all of the shareholders want money. That's all they're interested in. I'm going to buy shares in Google because Google is going to collect more data to be able to sell, and therefore my shares are worth more money. ONPASSIVE does not have that thought process. And this is what other companies need to get into their heads. You're doing it wrong, guys. And until you learn the correct way without the corruption, you're never going to get anywhere. This is why we are different to any other company out there. And when people realize that, they're going to come in and this is going to go viral, because that is exactly the ethos that ONPASSIVE has got in place. We're not here to sell you data. We're here to be able to provide you value. We provide you value, you're going to buy the products. And believe me, when someone buys a product or starts paying for a product and then gets paid to use it, how many are going to leave? Because nobody pays you to use your email, and nobody pays you to use social media. Yeah, and if I have Zoom, Zoom doesn't pay me to use Zoom. I have to pay Zoom. ONPASSIVE, once you reach a level, will pay you to use their products. Why would I leave? It's a better product and I get paid to use it.
Sorry, I was struggling to unmute myself. I was just like, wow, 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 wow. Anita, do you still have something to add to what the gentlemen have said, please?
Just really that, you know, if you're talking about like the Andy said, the Facebook users, I mean, let's face it, business users, they're used to signing for things. If they want to look at a product, they want to try something, they'll register an email to try it. That's how the nature it goes. You know, everybody that's ever used anything online, you know, to do with that business, they've got to create an account. It's that simple. When it comes to your usual Facebook users that you might be facing at the moment, going, oh, I don't want to sign that, you know, blah, blah. When you're earning, which isn't going to be long now, and, you know, when they're seeing you're earning, and as we know, we're not going to be bragging with, you know, pictures of the back of our system like, you know, other people do. Look what I've earned today and all this. We're not going to be doing that. But people will see that you're earning. They're going to want to create that account. So, you know, that's the thing. It's basically creating that desire with people. At the moment, it is quite difficult because, yeah, they're not really seeing that there's any money passing hands or going through. So people are wondering, what are they doing with all these people that have signed up so far? You know, how are you coping? How's this business working with no product sales? That's all about to change. So believe you me, you know, the last thing people are going to be worried about is whether they've got to create an email once they start actually seeing what ONPASSIVE is doing for you. as an individual. But as far as businesses go, you know, like, look, Ash has already done heavy marketing up the Burj Khalifa, on the World Cup, you know, on beIN Sports. Those people really did not have a problem creating an email. They went to the site and created one, and they got in. So it's that credibility, isn't it? And they'll start seeing you'll be more credible once things are moved along a little bit more. So stop worrying about that side of it and just look forward to, we're going to be the hunted, not the hunters.
Mr. Comfort, you can take that Rose question.
Yeah, sorry, for some reason I'm always struggling to unmute. Did you say you wanted to add something?
No, I mean, it's a Rose question. If you can answer that, the question. I've
Yeah,
seen it.
I was looking for it, so I tried copying down so that I thought that if we were running out of
I can
time.
read it if you want.
All right. So do you want us to answer it now, or do we take it to the next session?
Oh, we can take it to the next session. No problem. Yeah.
Sister Rose, if you won't mind, because there's a follow-up to it, and then there is another one from Chumbo, from Cameroon. But then we the next session will definitely start with these questions. There are about 3 of them. Please, can you bear with us so that it's already 1 hour gone. So we want to like manage time well, because we think that we've been keeping people already long enough. So I promise the very first thing, I believe it's possible we have Q&A tomorrow. The very first 3 questions will be those, because 2 are from Sister Rose and then 1 from our brother Chumbo from Cameroon. So I've taken note of all of them, if you won't mind, guys. So thank you for all the wonderful contributions. So guys, like I said, when you're watching, watch the comments on, because they are very powerful contributions. Unfortunately, I can't catch up with all of them, but then it's worth it. So do us a favor, guys. Share this. It saves all of us some energy and time and stuff. I can assure you, people will come back immediately after this to ask these questions here. So let's do well to refer them here to watch. And if you like what we're doing, we're running on about 7 channels. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel you're watching on. And we like doing this every day as much as we have time, and more questions coming. So thank you. And of course, panel, you did a wonderful job. I really appreciate. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Thank you.